In the late 16th and 17th centuries, many English, French and Dutch emigrants went to North America in search of gold and silver. But they did not find it. Instead, settlers were forced to support themselves by cultivating crops that they could sell in Europe, like tobacco, indigo and rice. The natural environment can be hazardous, and, with increased travel and leisure, people today are more likely than ever to be exposed to potentially life-threatening conditions. Although the human body can adjust to some extent, it cannot cope with poisons or prolonged exposure to extremes of environment. Introvert, or those of us with introverted tendencies, tends to recharge by spending time alone. They lose energy from being around people for long periods of time, particularly large crowds. Extroverts, on the other hand, gain energy from other people. Extroverts actually find their energy is sapped when they spend too much time alone. They recharge by being social. Many papers you write in college will require you to include quotes from one or more sources. Even if you don't have to do it, integrating a few quotes into your writing can add life and persuasiveness to your arguments. The key is to use quotes to support a point you're trying to make rather than just include them to fill space. Sleep behavior is also known as sleep disorder. People with sleep disorder often talk or walk in their sleep. They are not aware of what they are talking about or where they are going. There aren't any serious effects on the body in general, but it may be connected to mental health. People with childhood trauma, unspeakable problems or depression are the ones with different sleep behaviors. The city of Paris is famous for its iconic landmarks such as the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame Cathedral, and the Louvre Museum. Millions of tourists visit the city each year to experience its rich history, culture, and cuisine. Paris is also known as the fashion capital of the world, with many famous designers and fashion houses based there. We've spent a lot of money over the last 70 years on flood control, and it's protected millions of people and has saved us billions of dollars. We've built dams to hold back the waters. We've built levees to keep the water off the people, and we've raised the ones that were originally started in 1718. Many cities are now prioritizing green spaces within urban areas. Parks and community gardens are becoming common, providing residents with areas for relaxation and a touch of nature amidst concrete landscapes. These spaces not only enhance the aesthetic appeal of the city but also contribute to the mental well-being of its inhabitants. Biology is the natural science that studies life and living organisms, including their physical structure, chemical processes, physiological mechanisms and evolution. Certain unifying concepts consolidate it into a single and coherent field that recognizes genes as the basic unit of heredity, and evolution as the engine that propels creation and extinction. When we recycle, used materials are converted into new products, reducing the need to consume natural resources. If used materials are not recycled, new products are made by extracting fresh, raw material from the earth, through mining and forestry. Recycling helps conserve important raw materials and protects natural habitats for the future. The uniquely scented flavor of vanilla is second only to chocolate in popularity on the world's palate. It's also the second most expensive spice after saffron. But highly labor-intensive cultivation methods and the plant's temperamental life cycle and propagation mean production on a global scale is struggling to keep up with the increasing demand for the product. The Great Barrier Reef is a natural wonder located off the coast of Australia. It is the largest coral reef system in the world, stretching over 2,300 kilometers and home to thousands of species of marine life. The reef is a popular destination for tourists, who can explore it by boat, snorkeling, or diving. However, the reef is also facing significant environmental threats, such as coral bleaching and pollution. Modern buildings have to achieve certain performance requirements, at least to satisfy those of building codes, to provide a safe, healthy, and comfortable environment. However, these conditioned environments demand resources in energy and materials, which are both limited in supply, to build and operate. Your tutor helps you make the most of your time at university by giving you guidance and support along the way. All new students are allocated a personal tutor who will encourage you to get the most out of your course, direct you to other sources of support and help you achieve your goals. There is no single method of learning that guarantees success. How we learn that depends on many different factors. What works best for you will not necessarily be the same as the approach used for the other students even if they study the same course. We are all unique as learners, although some patterns emerge from any groups of students. Libraries are evolving in the digital age, transitioning from traditional book repositories to multifaceted learning hubs. They now offer digital resources, community events, and educational workshops, adapting to the changing needs of their patrons while preserving their role as centers of knowledge. Meditation has been shown to reduce stress and improve focus. Many people use meditation to quiet their minds and achieve inner calm. Over time, regular practice can enhance emotional well-being and lead to a more balanced life. Bonsai is a Japanese art form that involves cultivating small trees that mimic the shape and style of full-sized trees. Bonsai trees are carefully pruned and trained to create a miniature landscape that represents nature in a stylized form. Bonsai is both an art and a practice that requires patience and skill, as trees can take many years to develop. Globalization refers to a set of changes rather than a single change. Many of these changes are social, cultural and political rather than purely economic, and one of the main drivers in addition to the global marketplace is the communication revolution. Our major conclusion is that the current measure needs to be revised. It no longer provides an accurate picture of the differences in the extent of economic poverty among population groups or geographic areas of the country, nor an accurate picture of trends over time.
Audio Jungle.